Hey everyone, Full Manga Alchemist here, and I'm coming at you with a manga haul. It's pretty decent size. Got kind of a bonus, spent entirely too much money, but this will be my manga haul. First thing I want to say is thank you to all my new subscribers. I got like almost one a day for the entire month of November, and I really appreciate it. But we're going to get right into it. I'm going to start with the series that I've been collecting month to month, just as they come out. The first one, I did a video on it, Beastars, Volume 3. This continues to be a fantastic series. It is one of the most relatable stories that I have read in quite a while. The characters are just so gripping, and the story actually gets a lot darker in this volume towards the end. You start seeing the true realities of this world, especially what's going on outside of the school. So I'd say there's only 3 volumes out right now. It's been out in Japan for a decent little bit. They're on a pretty good release schedule. I think one a month, one every other month. So that's pretty good. Pick up these first 3 volumes. I was hooked at the end of the first one. I think it was pretty fantastic. The art style's a little hit and miss for people, but I have a whole video on that, and I'll put a link in the description for it. My next one is 20th Century Boys. This is the 5th one. Great quality for them. Smaller. That's one thing with these master editions with them. They're smaller than I thought they would be, but the page quality's nice. The covers are beautiful. They're textured, like they got that pop out. And this is not. I've only read the first volume because I'm waiting for the rest of them to get out because I can binge read it. But Urasawa's my favorite work for Urasawa is Monster. It was the first manga series I ever read. And some people, when I tell them that, are like, whoa, you started with that one? Yes, it's the first manga series I ever read, and then from that point, I jumped to Berserk. So, that's my favorite. I want to get all of his works, because as far as dialogue goes, he is fantastic. You're not going to get a better story from this guy. Then, what I spent the most money on, and I'm going to show each cover. I'm not really going to go through, but I'm just going to kind of talk a little bit about the story, because people have covered this exhaustingly. I bought the last 6 volumes of Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin, and I am on volume 5. This is the only thing that I have ever read, consumed, watched, anything. I've never touched a piece of Gundam media. This is my first thing. And I like mechs. I like, Ava, I like Gurren Lagann, I like stuff like that. I like just the weird stuff, even the really Western stuff like Pacific Rim. I like the mech. This is a lot more war-based. I love this cover, by the way. I think it's just the light colors to it. I love it. Fantastic story. I think this is a really good, as someone who has never touched Gundam before, I think this is a really good starting place for you. Also, you're not going to lose money on these. These are just going to gain. I would get them. They've been out for a couple years. I don't know when they're going to stop printing them. When they do, without a doubt, these are going to get crazy expensive. They're already 25, 20. I got them on sale, but they're not cheap. And for right quality, for good reason. I wouldn't expect these to be cheap. But that was my bulk of the money. They're expensive, but you will not find a more gorgeous series sitting on your shelf than this one. We're going to move on to another series that I found, and I'm going to do a video on it as my December manga of the month spotlight, and that is No Gun Life, Volume 1 and Volume 2. I've read Volume 1. If you like detective stories noir with steampunk, you're going to like this. The story went places I didn't think it was going to go. It was definitely different. I thought it was just going to go just straight down the grimy tale of that. But the one mark I have to say, and it's really against Amazon. I order a lot of stuff off Amazon because I have Prime and it's quick. They sent me one. Y'all can see that. So water damage on that corner. Amazon, please don't send me messed up stuff. I don't want to go through the exhausting process of getting returned, which I'm going to do with this. Now, luckily, I'm not going to show anything in this because I myself haven't read it, but it's just in that top corner. I'll probably read this because it'll only take me one sitting and then return it and get another one because I want it for my shelf. I want the series because it's pretty good. Art's good, the character development's good, and I do not see a lot of things coming, especially the main plot point of the story. I didn't see that, and the history seems cool to me, and I chuckle every single time when he says, "Man, I hate humidity and kids." Like, that's his two things he hates, is humidity and kids. Moving on, I got a one shot. A lot of people know this. All You Need Is Kill. It's really, really good. I've read about halfway through it. It's obviously got the Hollywood adaptation, the Tomorrow's Edge, something like that. But I just got it. It was $10. $10 for an insanely thick volume one shot. And from what I understood, it's got some color pages in the front. And from what I'm understanding is it gets really good. Moving on, I started where I'm pretty new. I'm pretty fresh. I've only started collecting manga over the last 2-3 months. Started to try to catch up on some series that everyone seems to have in their things. If they don't, they've had them at one point. It just wasn't for them. A lot of series that I just like, okay, I'm gonna pick them up and see if I like them. Goodnight Poon Poon. I know a lot of people are like, man, I don't read to be depressed. I don't read to have my soul ripped out and just crushed. I love that. I love that shit so much. You give me something that at the end of that story is gonna make me freaking tear up and whatever, you're gonna get me in a series, because I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a glutton for punishment, but I love them. And Goodnight Poon Poon seems to be that one series that everyone's like, yeah, it's gonna hurt you. And I was like, well, I guess I need to jump on that. So my top 3 favorite series are, or genres, is stuff like that, just very introspective stuff. Historical tales, so your stuff like one series I'm about to get to, and just sci-fi, which is the other series I'm about to get to. So the next series that I have is Blade of the Immortal, Omnibus 1, and Omnibus 2. Really nice quality. Like, I love the art on them. I know a lot of people are like, go ahead and try to get the singles, because that, and then, you know, I've kind of talked to a few people about getting the singles. And I've seen in other people's videos, they'd rather have them just because of all the cover art. But for me, at least right now, the most reliable way to enjoy the story, and here's the binds, by the way, is to just get the omnibuses that they're out. And I can't remember, I think there's 5 or 6 maybe out currently, maybe more. I have some catching up time, so I can read, take my own pace, and I'll eventually catch up before they ever release, because there was a decent amount of them going to be released. My last one that I picked up is my first Nihei works. A lot of people either are a diehard fan and they love Nihei, or they absolutely hate Nihei because he is all over the place with stories. But the general consensus is his art's good. So I'm a glutton for art. I got Master Edition of Knights of Sidonia 1. So I'm going to start out by saying, holy hell, Vertical, I didn't expect this to be, like, here's my head. Like, dude, this is huge. Like, I'm going to have to turn around here. Let's see. Like, dude, I've got like 2 inches, 1.5 inches. Oh my God. Like, huge books. Somebody with a smaller bookshelf is not going to be able to fit this. But I appreciate it because it makes me feel important and good. I'm going to jump into that. I've looked a little bit into the arts, the first few pages, read the first few pages. I can tell the art's good. Some of the other people, like Flip Otaku and a couple other people like that, say he does have that problem with the samey face. Oh, the first few pages, I think I looked at the first 10, 15 pages, read them. I can see that. Every once in a while, he's got a little bit of samey face. The same thing with Urasawa, a little bit of samey face. But the story in this, over the first 15 pages, I really, really enjoyed. But that, I mean, it was a pretty quick manga haul. I'm going to be on kind of a halt with my buying over the next like month and a half. I'm going to pick up, of course, the series I've already been reading. I've already got 2 series is pre-ordered. I've got the next volume of Promised Neverland. Oh, can't wait for that. And I've got the next volume for Beastars pre-ordered. So those are going to come out, but I'm probably going to be moving. So I gotta kind of ease up, especially all this. It's going to take me a minute to get through all this. Because I read at a slower pace because I get stuck on pages that have really a lot of art. I just kind of zone out and stare. But I have decided to start streaming. I'm going to put my link to my streaming page. I stream a couple competitive shooters, Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, stuff like that, but I also play long-form story games. I got a Divinity Original Sin playthrough going through right now with a friend online. You can come and watch us bumble through that and just kind of cuss us in the comments or in the Twitch chat. That'd be great. I'm also going to link my Twitter. I just now started up. It'll be at the Full Metal Alchemist, or the Full Manga Alchemist at Twitter. And you can kind of send me your recommendations along with the YouTube comments. If you got any series that you think I would enjoy and I would want to collect, don't hesitate and show me those. I will probably pick them up, give them a shot, and then I will give you my in-depth. I'm going to try to keep to a schedule of putting out 3 videos a month, a haul, whether it's small and me just kind of talking or big like this one was. And I'm going to try to put out my manga of the month and my first impressions. Like, I have a lot of series here for first impressions. So I'll probably work on those. But like I said, I really appreciate everyone subscribing. It means a lot. And let's just keep reading manga, you guys. Support your industry. Not a big fan of scans, but people that read scans and are like, I love that series, and then go buy it, those people are okay too. So let's keep reading manga, and y'all stay good.